Manchester Orchestra joins us here in the pit of despair. It is Lollapalooza 2014, iHeartRadio, and the glimmering white couches which bring our conversation to you. One thing I want to make you gentlemen aware of: who still lives in Atlanta?
We all do.
Okay, the
We
doctor
heard.
who has Ebola has
Yeah.
landed in Atlanta.
We heard.
Yeah,
That's a bummer. How do you feel about that?
terrifying.
Yeah.
It is kind of scary to have a super deadly virus for which there is no known cure now in your home city.
Yeah, but we don't live in Atlanta. We live like 30 miles north.
Yeah,
of
we're like in the
Atlanta.
suburbs.
And
Yeah.
And now it's just another excuse to not go into the downtown part of the city. So
Yeah.
I feel safer in my
If there's
house.
like an
now
outbreak,
is
forever.
that
we
where
got
the
like 2
CDC
weeks.
is? Where is it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's down.
Yeah.
Downtown?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, at least it's not in a populated area.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's right next to the varsity.
How bummed would you be if you worked at the CDC
At this point, pretty bummed.
and you're like a hot nurse? Like you're one of the people who's trained. I don't even know if
I'm
that's
a hot nurse.
always
Hot
felt-
nurse?
Well, yeah.
Physically
I could be a hot
attractive?
I
nurse.
didn't mean
I
it
always
like
felt
that.
like I'd be a hot nurse.
Go ahead. But you know what I'm saying? Like if you're one of the people who's been trained to wear
Yeah.
the suits and the latex.
Like Kevin Spacey in Outbreak.
Yeah, and you gotta hose off the outbreak monkey.
There's a tear.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun to make light of deadly viruses.
not-
Yeah,
Making
killing
light
people all over
because-
the world.
If there's any levity at all, it's because I am paralyzed by fear.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and we've been talking about it throughout the weekend, but today was the first day I realized that Dr. Brantley had been moved to your hometown,
Atlanta.
and I think you're the only people that I'm interviewing from Atlanta.
And that's why we're on tour. It's not because we like music or are
We
passionate.
We had to get
We
away.
need to
knew it
get
was
out
in
of
the cards.
Atlanta.
Yeah, we knew it was in
Yeah.
the cards. We got some intel a few weeks ago, and we thought, let's head out.
They're like, you know what? Let's book Lollapalooza.
Let's book
Yeah.
Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
We called up Lala. We said, you got a spot? They said, yeah, sure, we'll throw you on.
Have you done it before?
This is our 5th time.
Great.
Yeah.
And how receptive? Do you love playing in Chicago?
Yes.
I love playing in Chicago. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an amazing city. They've been incredible for us since we were a baby band.
And I understand, and forgive me if I'm talking out of turn here, but you've got a great secret show tonight
Yeah.
with Group Love and Young the Giant.
Yes.
Yes.
And Neil Diamond will also be there.
Is that true?
No.
We've
Why
been
would you
telling
say
people
that?
I said it
That
earlier.
they-
and I
That
thought it
makes
was,
me
yeah.
pucker.
Nah, I'm sorry. He is the Jewish Elvis.
He has one of the most expensive divorces in the history of matrimony.
Wow.
Mm, I didn't know that.
100 million plus. I think it was 150 million that Mrs.
Wow.
Diamond got.
Ooh, Neil!
She can buy a lot of diamonds.
He got that
with
rich
kind of
last
money.
name.
Yeah.
Hey, now he's like Neil Bronze.
Nice.
He's been downgraded to cubic zirconia. Oh, it's sad. All right, so let's talk about the Group Love song, the collaboration "Make It To Me," which I absolutely love, and I love your part in the documentary. I mean, you guys are great as well. But you show up in the Group Love documentary,
Yeah.
and the line "It's eating through you, it's making its move."
Yeah.
The harmony that you do with Hannah
Yeah.
is so interesting and beautiful.
Thank you.
I don't think I've heard something like that.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
So, did you come up with that?
I wrote this song, and we had an idea to do a split with them, and so I sent them over this kind of 2.5 minute long version, full band version, and then they took it to their hippie lab and group loveified it. And,
Yeah. That's right. They flew it to Crete.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had my part, and then they added Hannah's part on top of it, and
Yeah.
it was cool. It was a really cool experience to kind of work like that with. a
That was
band.
beautiful. I
Thank
mean,
you.
are you used to working with harmonies like that?
Yeah, I mean, we really like harmonies, and
Yeah.
it's a big part of our band. And yeah, ever since I was a kid, I could just kind of hear them.
Yeah.
For some reason, it's not.
And
really,
not everyone can. Can
Yeah.
you?
I guess all three of us can.
Let's show him real fast.
See, it's perfect.
Wow. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm listening to the Pips.
Yeah, we're modern day Mumford and Sons. I don't know.
Yes. If Mumford and Sons didn't live back in the plague era.
Oh, you didn't know that?
They
Mumford and
kinda
Sons
do.
were from the
Yeah, they are.
1800s.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
They came
They
to
look
our town.
great.
they're the first time traveling band. That's
Yeah.
why they look like that.
They
I
came to our
like that.
town singing and playing
Yeah, because they
stringed
hadn't
instruments.
invented drums back then.
Of lore, I
Well, they
couldn't believe
did.
it.
Yeah, they're from the show Deadwood, I think.
I would say the word C-esser right now to give you the Deadwood high five, but I'm not going to
Oh,
because
cool.
we're trying
Oh,
to keep
nice.
it clean
Good.
for the radio
Nice.
and whatnot.
Was-
So
we should-
Cope is really only 38 minutes long.
Yes.
That seems short.
Not really.
That's 11 songs.
That's nice. I guess they're on the shorter side.
There's a lot of. The first Strokes record was like what, 32 minutes?
Yeah,
The
Shin.
first Ramones record was 4.5 minutes, the entire record, and there were 37 songs on it.
There's a
not
band that
true.
just put a record out last week called Joyce Manor, and their full length is 17 minutes long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That band's
So-
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's great, and I think your sound has made a beautiful evolution.
Thank you.
There's an ownership to the songwriting and your voice, and Choose You. I actually marked that down for accolades because I thought your voice sounded especially beautiful on that. And it's funny
Thank
because you have
you.
such a gruffly speaking voice,
Yes.
but singing it's
So, yeah, somehow.
clear and sweet and beautiful. I always wondered, and forgive me for being a civilian neophyte,
It's okay.
why does it take so long to record? Is it just
Oh.
going back over and recording the parts over and over and over again?
No, well, tuning has a lot to do with it. That's really annoying. But no, I mean, it's just, drums will take 2 weeks to record, and
Yeah.
then bass will take, a week or 2 weeks to record, and then, guitars will take a couple weeks to record. So, overall, it's like building a house. You just have
Yeah.
to take your time building the foundation, and then all the little fun stuff after. There's always a point in the record where, like, you add some guitar part or
details,
something,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're like, this is it. It's finally here. So.
This one was tough too because we self-produced it, so we had to make sure that everything we put down was the right thing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, we didn't have anybody being like, that's great, move on. It was like, is it great? Is it great enough?
Would you do
Yeah.
that again? Would you self-produce again?
Yeah, eventually. We like...
You're not going to fly in Danger Mouse?
No. We like different experiences. So, I mean, if somebody wild wanted to work with us, we would definitely do it. This one was the record we needed to make on our own.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we did.
So you guys are playing today, 5:15 Lakeshore Stage, which is a great stage, great time.
Thank you.
Excited.
Well done, good placement. I don't know who you paid. Maybe it's the 5 years of Lollapalooza
no, we paid a lot.
A lot of money.
Yeah,
paying
you have
off.
to pay a lot. I mean, you have
Is
to
it
play
Perry
this.
Farrell?
It was because we had to pay to get here
Yeah.
in this interview, right?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
10 times that.
And,
Oh,
and
I mean,
thank
this-
you for
Yeah.
that, by the way.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
you for adding that bottle of perfume, because Christian Dior is just my favorite. I
Well,
know
we
it's
know.
Thursday.
Number 9,
We
right?
know,
Number
yes.
9.
That's right.
I
All
knew
the
it.
time, number 9. Okay, last question.
Oh, yeah.
If you look back on the early 90s
Okay.
and you think of the entrepreneurial geniuses who might one day be influencing music 23 years down the road, would Perry Farrell's name have come into the mix for you?
When in the early 90s, I was 6 years old. So, at that time, it was really about like
Teenage
bologna
Mutant Ninja
sandwiches
Turtles.
and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Eggos. So,
Lego my ego.
if I would have seen Perry Farrell at that period of time, I probably would have scared me a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's really all I have to say about that.
That's really funny. Thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Yes.
having us.
Get the latest album. It's called Cope.
Oh, and if I may add something,
Please.
iHeartRadio.
Thank you for that, Andy. And thank you for that very much. Oh, dear God. There's been an injury.
I've hurt myself here.
We'll send it to the CDC. Clean this up right away.
How do you get? I think I'm stuck. Oh, God.
You're going to straddle the iHeartRadio table, and soon there will be anal shards that I
Go.
will not be able to. Okay. And goodbye.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Thank you for saving that.
you're welcome.
And thank you. And thank you, guys. Now we can start talking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
So about my childhood, I was very involved with the early 90s scene at the age of 5.